Hello, and today I want to talk about, do I regret shaving my head? Should you shave your head? And advice for you if you decide to go ahead and shave your head. So I shaved my head in July 2022, and then I kept shaving it every 2 weeks. I would shave it again until the end of November I stopped. And currently it is September 14th or something right now. And so this is it, grown out. My hair, the grown out phase is a little bit annoying because I got these two pieces are short on the sides and it's longer in the back. It was longer in the back. I actually cut it the other day because I was starting to get a mullet, right? So I've been using these clips so that this hair isn't in my face bothering me. So this is me recently after I shaved my head. So as you can see, it was obviously very short and you could see my scalp. So I wanted it to be even shorter than this, to be honest, but I guess everyone thought it was for the best to just make it like this. Like I wanted it to be completely bald, but I didn't do it like that. So this is how it is, and obviously it was very short and you can see my scalp. So some of the things I'm going to be saying, it might make you feel discouraged and might make you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't shave my head. But overall, I definitely think that you should shave your head, and I think it is something that everybody should do once in their lifetime before they die. So I don't regret it. However, I would not do it again because of the fact that my hair grows very slowly. So if your hair grows fast, then you should definitely do this. And if your hair grows fast, then maybe your hair would already be out to here and already be out to a bob, right? I'm going to be growing my hair out up until my shoulders, right? So for me personally, I cut my hair because I have sensory issues. So I just never liked the feeling of having hair. And then I had some added struggles of trichotilomania. So I kind of cut my hair to get a fresh start. So I think for me it was necessary. So if you have trichotilomania, then maybe this would be good for you to help you to get a fresh start. It's not a cure, and it's not like a technique that you should do if you have trichotilomania because you think it's going to stop you from having trichotilomania. I mean, it would if you obviously are going to be shaving your head all the time so that it is so short where you can't pull it out. But it's not really like a long-term cure, but I do think it can help you to give you a bit of a break and to help you to have a fresh start. I have another video about trichotilomania and body-focused repetitive behaviors and tips to help you manage that. If you're interested, I'll put it in the description, right? So first, let's talk about the benefits. You know, it's very easy to get ready. You take a shower in the beginning, you don't really even need to wash your hair that much. I did use dandruff shampoo because they do say it is important to use shampoo even though you really don't have any hair. But I didn't use conditioner until recently when it started to get longer. But so it's very easy to get ready. When you go out on a hot day, you don't need to worry about the humidity messing up your hair because sometimes the humidity makes my hair get kind of frizzy and sometimes my hair get out of control. So if you have frizzy hair, you don't need to worry about that stuff. And also if you're taking pictures outside and it's a windy day, you don't need to worry about your hair getting messed up in the photos and getting blown away by the wind and having your hair be all crazy in the photos, right? So in a way, it can help you to save time and it's easier to take photos and to get ready. So when you first shave your head, it's going to feel weird. And I shaved my head because I didn't like the feeling of having hair, but then I could feel the fact that I didn't have hair. So it was kind of the first few days, it felt really weird. And it was giving me sensory issues a little bit. But then after a week, you get used to it. And like I said, I had cut it maybe 6 times after that. Every 2 weeks I was cutting it. And then eventually I stopped cutting it. I think for me personally, I think maybe I was sabotaging myself. Because personally, I think that I do look better with hair. And I didn't look my best with a shaved head. I didn't think I looked bad. I think I looked better than expected. But I obviously think that I look better now, and I'm going to look better when I have longer hair, right? So I think I kept cutting my hair as a way to sabotage myself. And another reason why I kept cutting it, this is another pro, is that it felt really cool. It was kind of like a built-in fidget toy because you could kind of touch your hair and it felt, really fuzzy. It felt really cool. If you ever felt a guy's hair who has a buzz cut, it feels really nice. It feels pretty cool. So I liked that about it, and so that's part of the reason why I kept cutting it, right? So now let's get into some of the cons, maybe. If you're a woman that's straight, boys may not like you as much, and your male validation is going to decrease and is going to go down. So if that's something that's very important to you, your male validation and boys liking you, then maybe this isn't for you. But honestly, you should never not do something based on male validation and male approval. So for me, before I cut my hair, I had wanted to shave my head for a really long time though, but I was always scared because about what other people were going to think of me, right? Not even boys, just anybody in general, even girls, right? Then I think to myself, like, if I didn't care about what other people thought of me, what would I do? And if I only was like the only person in the world, what would I do? Then I would shave my head. So you can't not do something just because you're afraid of what other people are going to think of you. So if this is something that you want to do, you just have to do it. And I think it can help with confidence building. Obviously, like I said, then this might make you feel ugly and your confidence may go down a little bit. So, part of it's like you do build confidence because you show yourself that you can overcome caring about what other people think, and you don't have to listen to society's beauty standards, and you don't have to think about other people's approval, and you can do what you want, but at the same time, it might make you feel a little bit uglier, and then it might decrease your confidence a little bit. So my advice is, if you decide to shave your head, you have to be confident with it. Nobody knows if you're scared and if you're insecure. Nobody knows what you're thinking, right? Being confident just means doing the things that you want to do. It's not really even a feeling. It's just doing things scared, right? So I still was doing what I wanted to do. During this time, I was doing the rejection therapies, which if you didn't know what that was, it's like you ask somebody something where you think that they'll say no to you, right? The point is to get rejected and to help you build confidence. So I was still doing things I wanted to do. I did the reduction therapy. I joined the gym. I was scared to join the gym, but I joined the gym, right? So I still was doing things, but I wasn't as confident as I could be. So just my advice is to just do whatever you want to do and just act as if you're beautiful and you're awesome and people love you. And you also can take on body neutrality, because at one point when I was cutting it myself, like, I had thought that I cut the back of my head badly, and I thought that it was all like messed up and uneven, and I'm at work, right? And I'm a server, so I think it's good to look good as a server if you want to get more tips, right? But I just say to myself in the mirror, like, it is okay that I look like this. No matter what, I have value and I'm worthy, and I'm going to make good tips and I'm going to have a good day, right? And then it actually helped me to be more confident. So you don't have to lie to yourself and be like, I'm the most beautiful person in the room, right? But you just have to say, this is what I look like and it's okay, and I'm still worthy and I'm still valuable, and I'm still going to have a great day, and I'm still going to do whatever it is I need to do, right? So just do the things that you need to do, and don't think about what other people are thinking of you. I think part of it was I was just thinking negatively about myself, and so I was kind of projecting that other people were going to make fun of me, and other people were going to think I'm ugly and a weirdo and all these things, right? But honestly, that didn't happen because nobody really insulted me. I mean, one time somebody at my job, a customer said, if you didn't have such a pretty face, that would not be a good haircut to have. It was like kind of an insult, but then also a compliment. Like, I don't even know. So for the most part, I did get compliments. Like, nobody really said, oh my God, why'd you do that? What's going on, right? Once I was online at Forever 21, and this little girl was behind me, and she's like, what happened to your hair? And I was like, oh, I cut it. And she's like, oh, well, you still look pretty. Thank God she said that. What would I have done if she said, well, now you look ugly, right? One time somebody asked me if I was a cancer survivor because I was wearing all pink and it was October. And he said the reason he asked me this was because his wife is a cancer survivor. So I guess that's why he was thinking about it, because he's like, oh, I saw the pink and then the shaved head. I wasn't offended that he asked me this, but I was just like, I just hope other people don't think this. I don't want everyone thinking that I have cancer when I don't, right? So in terms of pretty privilege, I feel like with waitressing, I feel like overall my tips were pretty much the same. You have some people that don't tip you good no matter what. You have some people that just do 20% always. And then you have people that are going to tip over 20% just because they're nice people, right? So I felt like that would happen. Like, I would have good days and bad days, the same as I would when I did have my long hair, right? So I feel as like it didn't affect me that much in terms of that. But I do think it did affect me in terms of men and in terms of my abilities to be mean to men. And it's not even like, I don't even think I'm that mean, but I have a little bit of attitude, right? So in the past, when I would have attitude, be sassy, be a little bit mean towards men, it would be okay when I had like my long hair, right? It'd be okay, and they still liked me, and they still wanted to date me, they wanted to be with me. When I had a shaved head, or still when it was growing out, and I'd be on Tinder, the dating apps, if I said something that was a little bit sassy, a little bit of attitude, immediately unmatched. They unmatched me. This one guy even said to me, like we were Snapchatting, and then he's like, I feel like you have attitude with me. I mean, I was a little bit because he was pissing me off, but like, it would just be like, I would say these things to men, a little bit of sass, and they'd be like, no, immediately no, unmatch me, they don't want anything to do with me. But if I said something even worse than that in the past, when I had my long hair, it would be okay, and these guys would still want to date me. So that's something to think about also. If you're a sassy person, this may affect you in the dating area. However, I think that when you shave your head, this is a really good time to focus on yourself, to focus on your self-love, focus on building up your self-esteem, and date yourself. So during this time, I have been on my healing journey. So I was dating myself for a while, and then I moved to the beach for the summer. I started dating again, and then I was like, I gotta go back to dating myself because these guys got me fucked up. Not even because of the haircut at this point, just because of the guys I was attracting in my life were just losers, and they were just not good. And it was just for the best for me to be focusing on myself. So I think you could use this as a good opportunity to focus on yourself, because of the fact that not as many guys are going to want you, because that's just how it is. I'm not saying it's impossible to get a man. You could get a man, and you might even have a boyfriend right now, right? And maybe if you're a lesbian, I'm not sure if this is going to impact you or not. But like I said before, you can't base your decisions based off of a love interest. You got to do what's best for you, and you can't think about how are other people going to react to this. Because if you really think about it in terms of manifesting, like, you should be able to do whatever you want and look however you want and attract your dream person. I just think it might realistically bring down your options a little bit. But I still was able to get dates with people, and I still was able to talk to guys and hook up with people, like when I did go on those dates. But they just weren't people that I wanted to be with as a boyfriend, right? And even my one ex, like, I had hung out with him after the fact. He said he still looked good, and he still wanted to be with me, okay? So it's not impossible. I'm not trying to scare you and say, no boys are gonna want you and everyone's gonna think you're ugly. I'm just saying, like, your chances are a little bit down, but that's okay. This is why you have to use this as an opportunity to focus on yourself, focus on loving yourself, focus on healing yourself. Forget about these boys and date yourself, right? So it also depends on where your self-esteem is right now in your life. I'm building up my self-esteem still, so I feel as though I'm definitely more confident now, but I wasn't as confident as I am now when I had first shaved my head, so I think that also had a little bit to do with it. Like, if you are a very confident person and you shave your head, you should still have that confidence. I didn't have, like, the best confidence when I had shaved my head, so that's why I think it was a little bit harder for me. And I'm still overcoming my social anxiety. I definitely am getting a lot better. Like, I used to be very bad. I had selective mutism when I was little. I was basically mute up until senior year of high school, right? So I'm definitely getting better, but like, because I had these added fears about caring what other people thought of me. Like, even when I had long hair, I was still thinking like, oh my God, are people thinking negatively of me? So then when I had shaved my head, it was just those fears that I had were just amplified. So if you are already a confident person and you don't care about what other people think, then yes, you should definitely shave your head and you should just do it. If you are already a very insecure person, this might not help you that much, but I still think you should do it. Like, I'm not trying to discourage you guys. I'm just trying to tell you my experience and all these things that happened. Like, I don't regret it, but I just don't think I would do it again. And I hope that I don't have to do it again, because like I said, the main reason I did it was because I was struggling with trichotilomania and then the sensory issues. So I hope that I have this under control, and I have this trichotilomania under control, and it's not something that, like, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, this is impacting me so much, I need to shave my head again, because I don't want to have to shave my head again. I want to be able to have hair. I think it does look cute like this, but I do want to grow it out just to like my shoulders. I always wanted to be the type of person that had long hair down to my butt, but I never was able to make it that far. So the longest I've had maybe was like here maybe, like, it's not that long. Like, my one friend, her hair is really long. My mom's hair is really long too. My mom's hair grows so fast. I don't know why my hair grows so freaking slow. My one cousin, her hair also grows really fast. So These are just things to think about, but you never want to not do something just because of what other people are going to think. That's why I thought to myself, like, what would I do if I didn't care about what other people thought? Then I would shave my head. Before I went to shave my head, I bought 2 wigs. One was just like a dark brown wig, curly hair, you know. It was actually a longer wig, but I ended up cutting it and making it short. And I actually wore it to work one day. Since I have sensory issues, I cannot wear wigs. They really hurt me. And I'm doing my shift, you know, just working at a restaurant's already, you know, a lot of sensory overload. I literally wanted to cry at one point because it was hurting me, and then, you know, it's just very overwhelming. So I couldn't wear it. I only wore the wig once to work, and I never wore it again, and I just had to go with the shaved head. But then I told my coworkers about it because I was scared. Because of my anxiety, my paranoia, I'm thinking that I'm going to get fired because I shaved my head, right? But that didn't happen, and it was okay. But I also got a fun colored wig that I was going to wear, but like I said, I couldn't really wear it because it just really hurt me, the wigs, so I wasn't able to do it. If you're somebody that doesn't have sensory issues and you're able to wear wigs, then yes, you should definitely shave your head, because then if one day you decide, oh, I don't want to be bald today, then you could throw on your wig, and it's okay, and you could have all these different color wigs. It could be really fun for you. On Halloween, I did wear my fun pink wig because I was a fairy, and I just thought it was nice, you know, Halloween. It's like a pink purple wig that I wore. Let me show you a picture of it. So this is a picture of me wearing the pink purple wig that I got on Halloween with the fairy costume. So I think I made the right choice for Halloween. You know, you want to dress up. People wear fun colored wigs on Halloween. So I thought it went with the costume and made the costume look better. But like I said, since I can't wear wigs, then I'm out at the bar wearing this wig, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I just want to freaking take this off, right? But, so this is now, I'm going to tell you an example of how I was able to sort of find love for a few moments, right? So my one friend had a boyfriend, and when it was her birthday in July, you know, she invites her friends, and then her boyfriend came, and her boyfriend's friends were there, right? And then, this is when I had just shaved my head. So I'm out there hanging out with them, and my head is so freaking shaved, you can basically see my scalp, right? There's this guy there that's kind of cute. It's her boyfriend's friend, right? I don't think I really talked to him, right? But then on Halloween, I was talking to him more, and I had on my wig, right? So I guess I felt more confident. Then I ended up leaving with him, and like we hooked up, whatever. But he knew that I had shaved my head, and so I kind of think I said to him, like, oh, this wig is kind of uncomfortable. And he's like, well, you can take off your wig, like, I still like you even without hair, because he's seen me before, right? So I still left it on, and I didn't end up taking it off until, like, I got back to his house, right? So this was me the first day that I had met him when we went out for my friend's birthday. So this was like a week or so after I had shaved it, so it was very short here. And so I ended up hanging out with him 2 more times, but then I stopped talking to him because we just weren't compatible. Sexually or not sexually also, because he was just kind of boring and I need someone more my speed, right? But I was able to meet somebody and go on a date with someone. So like I said before, it decreases your chances, but not completely, because I still was able to meet this guy and hook up with him, whatever, right? But anyways, when I was at the bar, this one guy comes up to me and he's like, do you like guys or girls? Because, you know, I guess it's a valid question. Some people might think that you're a lesbian. I'm just like, oh no, I like guys, right? But he was just kind of weird, so I didn't hook up with him or anything, so that was that. And so another con, like for me personally, was I found that I was getting insecure about like my femininity and my womanhood, I guess, because I had like a masculine haircut, right? I didn't want people to think I was a boy. So I kind of felt obligated to always be wearing like pink outfits, always have on my jewelry, my necklaces, and my earrings, right? Obviously now I'm wearing a blue shirt because my hair's growing back in, so I'm starting to feel more like a woman, I guess, right? But anyways, I was like wearing all pink, like kind of to overcompensate, right? And my favorite color is pink, and I did only have fun colored outfits, right? But I had like some blue fun colored outfits, because you know, blue is still a fun color, like this color blue is still nice. I had like some neon green, lime green, you know, some yellow, orange, like some other fun colors, right? But I just would not feel that confident wearing blue, and I just felt more confident wearing all pink. So that's something also I guess you could consider, you know, so. But like I said, you don't want to let these things stop you. I think I had lots of fears, unnecessary fears and unnecessary anxiety at the time. that's why, like, if you do this, that's why I say, like, just be confident, fake it till you make it, you know. Just do the things that you want to do. Wear whatever you want. It's okay. Don't think about what other people are thinking of you. I think I was just thinking negatively about myself. And so then, because if you think negatively about yourself, then you're going to assume other people are going to think negatively about you. But if you can think positively about yourself, then you're going to more likely to assume that other people are going to think more positively about you. So that's why I just think it's a good time to really focus on your self-esteem, building up your self-esteem, building up your confidence and self-worth within yourself. And I said in the beginning that I think that I kept shaving my head to sabotage myself because of how, like I said, how I had all these fears and I was feeling like people were thinking negatively about me. And I do want a boyfriend and I do want love and I do want friends, right? But I was feeling as though I'm not going to get those things with this short-ass haircut, right? And yet I kept shaving it, I feel like, as a way to sabotage myself, as a way to want to hide myself from the world, because I was more likely to want to hide from people with the shaved head than I am now, even though I still was going out there and I still was doing things and I was trying my best and doing my best to remain confident and stay confident, you know. You shaved your head to show yourself that you don't need to worry about what other people are going to think of you, so you have to keep acting this way and keep just doing the things that you want to do and don't think about, are other people going to judge you or not. So when I had like this really short haircut, I was going on dates with myself. I went ice skating by myself. I went to the slime factory, Color Me Mine. I went glass blowing. Like, I still was doing these things by myself and I was doing my best, but I do think I could have been more positive and more of a confidence mindset. So that's why I want to encourage you, if you do this, just do your best to remain positive and remain confident, and don't assume that people are thinking negatively of you. Assume that people like you and assume that people are thinking more positively of you. And that's something that I'm now doing now, assuming that everybody likes me instead of thinking that people hate me. So I have another video on assume that everybody likes you and watch how your life changes, because that's something that I just recently started doing. I think it would have helped me if I would have done that at the time, but I didn't really know about that technique. So no, I don't regret shaving my head, but I do regret not shaving it sooner. So when I had long hair to like here, at one point I had cut my hair to being short like this, and then I had grown it back out to here, then I cut it again to here, and then I had shaved my head. So the first time I had cut it to here, I kind of wanted to shave my head, and then I didn't. So then I had regretted not shaving my head that summer, right? So it's not that I regret doing it, I just think I should have done it sooner because of the fact that my hair is so freaking slow to grow out, right? Because I do think it is a unique experience and it's something that everybody should experience. And if it is something that you have been called to do, obviously you're watching this video. If you didn't want to have shave your head, why would you watch this, right? I think that you should do it and you should get it over with, because the sooner you do it, the sooner it's going to grow back and you can go back to your old life. And you know, something that people say is like your hair holds a lot of energy. And so when you are shaving your head, you're kind of releasing this energy, releasing this trauma, right? You know, I don't know if that's real or not. That's something that you could see for yourself if you think it's real. You know, I guess I felt as though I did release some stuff, but like I said, I still was having fears and I still had some negative thoughts. So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm mentally unstable and I shaved my head and now I'm stable and I'm so happy and awesome. Like, that's not really what happened, but I do think it did help me in terms of having a fresh start, in terms of like my trichotilomania and all that. So I do think it's good to do, and so I'm going to say that you should do it. If I had to say should you do it or not, I would say yes. There's pros and cons with everything in life, but I think overall you should do it once in your life. And also, before I shaved my head, I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to pull it off, and I was afraid I was going to look like an egg and I was going to look really bad, okay? So if you are scared that you're going to look bad, don't be scared, because you're probably going to look better than expected. I looked better than expected, okay? A lot of people told me I had a good head shape for it. That's what the lady said, the hairdresser. She said I had a good head shape for it, you know? And if you have the calling to want to shave your head, not everybody has that calling. So if you have that calling, you probably have a good head shape. You're probably going to look good. You're going to look better than expected. So just do it. And I feel like I'm kind of contradicting myself a bit, because I'm like, I was kind of insecure about having the shaved head. But at the same time, it did give me confidence, because I'm like, I was able to shave my head. What else am I able to do? You know, so I was able to do these things, like go on these dates with myself and put myself out there, go to the gym, even though I was scared. So it will give you confidence. You're like, okay, I shaved my head. I accomplished this and nothing bad happened. What else can I do? What is my next goal on my confidence journey. So in terms of trichotilomania, this definitely was the right choice for me, because at the time I was getting really stressed out and my hair was really stressing me out and it was getting out of control, my trichotilomania. So this was able to give me a break from that and to release the mental torment that I was having because of my hair, right? Obviously my hair has been growing back now and it is at a length where I could pull it out if I wanted to. And it's been at a length where I could put it out where I wanted to for a while now. But because I was able to have that break, it did help me. And I've been focusing more on my tools. So I got all these tools where I actually explained more in my other video of my fidget toys and crocheting and all these things. So I feel like I'm better equipped to handle this. And you know, even before when I had hair, like I had went to therapy for it and I found some tools and some techniques on what to do. But I think that it did help me. Part of the reason being was because you know when you pull your hair out and then eventually it grows back, and what was happening was I was having these hairs growing back, so I was kind of having hair sticking out. So part of the reason I cut my hair was so that I could have a fresh start and all of my hair would grow at the same time and I wouldn't have long hair and then random hair sticking out. And it was just making my hair very thin, because obviously when you pull out your hair, then your hair starts to look more thin. Luckily for me, I had started out life having really thick hair, so then when even though I had pulled out a bunch of my hair, I still looked like I had hair and I didn't really have bald spots because my hair was always thick, and then I just looked like a person that was born with thin hair, right? So now all of my hair is growing in at the same time, and now I have thick hair, so it was good for me to have that fresh start, and now I just want to do better. I obviously had some moments where I pulled out some of my hair, but I didn't have any huge episodes like I used to have in the past. So in a way, that's why I think it can be helpful if you were somebody that was struggling with trichotilomania. It could be helpful for you to give you a fresh start, to give you a break from this, and then you learn the tools and coping mechanisms, and then once your hair starts going back out, hopefully you'll have tools to manage it. It's obviously you're always going to have urges, and that's okay, but you just got to reach for your fidget toys or other things instead of pulling out your hair. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and comment if this video was helpful for you. Comment and let me know if you decide you're going to shave your head. I definitely think you should do it. I just want you to be aware of what's going to happen. I mean, obviously everybody's different. Hopefully you have an even better experience than me and you think it's so awesome. Maybe you'll shave your head and think this is so amazing. You're just going to keep shaving it, and then that's just going to be your new lifestyle. Let me know if you have any other questions or any other video suggestions. Thanks. Bye.